You will not be able to stay home, brother.
And don't act like you don't know what I mean, because every time is our time.
The young lady on your right, Raven Johnson. She is a certified G and a bona fide baller. The lady on your left, her name is Lauren Betts. She's 6'7", and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest ballers in the room. Hello. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Two-Way Ray, and welcome to the live watch party of the 2026 NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship as South Carolina takes on UCLA. I'm going to act like I didn't practice that before the air. How y'all doing? We here, the ladies. It is ladies' night, and it feels all right. If you celebrate, happy Easter to everybody who participates. Happy Resurrection Day to everybody who observes. And if it's just a regular Sunday, hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So I should be joined by some of the usual suspects that you see here on Nefarious Media Network, including our fearless leader, Brother Nate Milton. And we also might get some pop-ins from folks that you don't see as often. Some folks that you do primarily see, whether it be on the comic book podcasts that we do, whether it be our movie trailer or movie reviews that we've done in the past. You might see a few surprise faces show up, or a few faces that you haven't seen in a while. But for right now, you just stuck with me. All right. So, like I mentioned, we got UCLA making their first ever appearance in the NCAA Women's Championship game, whereas you have the South Carolina Gamecocks, who are making their fifth appearance in a championship game. And they have won 3 out of the 5. They are looking for their 4th title since 2017. The Bruins are looking for their first title in program history. So they're going through the Star Spangled Banner right now. So first off, if you guys have been watching, how have you been finding the tournament? I've been finding it pretty exciting, even though we got some familiar faces in the finals or in the championship game. We did have a heated moment, and I'm sure we're going to get into that with our panel once our folks start peeping on in. But let me know, how have you been finding the tournament so far? If your team isn't on the championship, how far did your team get? My Terrapins, I think they might have gotten past the first round or so. That was pretty much it for them. But they did have one sentimental moment that I love between one of the players and Coach Freeze. I'm sure you guys saw the viral tape of it, the viral recording of it. So, got like a basketball brooch on. All right. So, the Star Spangled Banner has been sung. In a few minutes, we'll be prepared for tip off. All right. Also, let me know. Matter of fact, I'm about to put that in the chat now. Who you got? Do you got UCLA or do you got South Carolina? Let your boy know. Oh, Lord, Mr. Beast, that bum. I don't even watch any of his stuff. Why is he on here? Get on my screen, Mr. Beast. I don't even know you like that. Good. I don't even know you like that, kid. All right. Make sure, yeah, that's muted. So let me go ahead. I'm going to drop the poll in. All right. So, of course, as I mentioned off the top, her name is Raven Johnson, certified G, bona fide baller, and you can't teach that. You understand? Senior leader of this team, fifth year senior, who's trying to become the first person to get 3 championships within the college ranks. All right, so all right, she also has a Road Dogs. Tessa Johnson. Also, JC Edwards, who's Jocelyn Edwards, who's leading the team in points. And then on the opposite end, you got senior center Lauren Best. She is 6'7" tall, and you can't teach that. She came up with a huge block in their semifinal game against Texas. South Carolina got here by beating UConn in the semifinals. Beat them by 14 points, 62-48. Meanwhile, UCLA beat Texas 51-44 to punch their ticket in the national title game. Mm. All right, you could just tell UCLA, both teams, they're coming out with great demeanors and trying to have fun as well and enjoy and stay in the moment. Don't see many players who are just stone faced, but all of these players are trying to enjoy the moment, which I think is very, very beneficial for both teams. Again, UCLA making their first appearance. They were in the Final Four last year. Could not make it. Could not make it into the national championship last year, but looking for a bit of a redemption this year and trying to finish the job with Corey Close, their longtime head coach. 15 years, her first appearance in the NCAA title game. Meanwhile, as I mentioned before, you got esteemed coach, some consider one of the greatest coaches of all time, in Dawn Staley. Fifth appearance in a championship game, has won 3 titles thus far. We'll see if she can bring home a 4th to Columbia. And the game is underway. All right. See if I can get the ticker going for you guys so you guys can stay abreast of everything. All right. And your boy, I ain't watching with no cable. Your boy is using old school antenna. I ain't got the bunny ears though. The watch. Ooh, love it. All right. Your boy got the it's not digital, but it's like the flat like a flat rectangle. And your boy, I just posted it up on the wall. You hear me? I just got like some double-sided tape and just posted it up on the wall, or some double-sided adhesive posted up on the wall. All right. King Davion 320, brother. Always good to see you. I'm good, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And Davion, ain't you in the Carolinas or you down south somewhere? But yeah, I think you said you like a Chicago fan. You something weird, brother. But it's always good to hear from you, King Davion 320. All right. All right. UCLA up 4-2 thus far. Let's see. Here we go. Hope you guys are able to enjoy the game as well. Hopefully, like I said, if you celebrate the holiday, Passover, or not Passover, but of Easter and Resurrection Sunday. Hope you're enjoying this holiday. If you're not, hopefully you're enjoying your Sunday. All right? All right. King Davion said, oh, yeah, that's what's that. I'm a fan for the Duke men's and women's basketball team. See, since you company, I ain't going to laugh in your face. I ain't going to be disrespectful, Davion. But let's just say I'm always enjoying a bit of Schadenfreude when Duke is no longer in either Final Four or national championship game. But that's just me. I'm a Terp at heart, so sorry for your loss. Sorry, not sorry. No, all right, I think we got a guess, but just wait until I see when they're specifically ready to come on. So pull up again like I was about to do. All right. Let's see if I can make a little bigger. There we go. All right. All right. And while we're seeing the game underway, again, UCLA up right now. Now the lead is 6-4. And with that, I believe it's a TV timeout. Or young lady at the foul line gets 3 the hard way. Score is now 9-4, at least on the screen. UCLA. And as I do that, let's go ahead and introduce the Cleveland native herself, future president of the Las Vegas Aces herself, Miss Vanessa Shark. What's going on?
Hi, I'm the future president of the
Hello,
Aces.
hello.
That's a lofty goal. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I know you're working your way up now, and I appreciate you again. When we had one of our watch-alongs for the WNBA finals, you put me on game about Excalibur, so now I'm always going to keep that.
Yes,
so I appreciate it.
Nice.
All
Perfect.
right.
When are you coming out here?
So, not. I was thinking about doing it for WrestleMania, but you know all the stuff that's going on. I'm probably not going to, but I might do it because UFC is having an international fight week, so I might do it, and that's during the summer too. So we'll see.
Oh, okay, nice. Ooh, summer in Vegas is brutal, so just prepare for heat.
Oh, definitely, I am aware. Well, Vanessa, how have you been keeping up with the tournament? And if so, how have you been finding the tournament compared to years in the past?
I've been trying to keep up with it. Been really busy at work, so not as keeping up with it as much as I want to. But I've been enjoying. I feel like I enjoyed previous years a little bit more because I was like more involved. But I don't know. I feel like it's exciting. Like this, especially the UConn South Carolina game and all the drama that happened. It was a lot.
Definitely. We are going to get into that. We're going to separate a full segment for that. That's what we call in the business a tease, Miss Shark.
Exactly. No, but I've been enjoying it. It's been fun. I'm just glad that there's a place for these girls to go after this. But
well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I guess we could go ahead and jump into it. I think I haven't spoken to you since the news about the new collective bargaining agreement between the Players Union and the WNBA. So first off, and I believe with all that, I think minimum salaries are pretty much quadrupled and like higher. Like the highest salaries have been pumped up to $1 million as opposed to I believe around 250,000 before. Yeah. So how do you feel about this new agreement? Do you feel as though this is the first step in the right direction? Do you feel as though this is like a culminating step and it can't get any better? Like what do you think about this new agreement between the league and the players?
I think it's a good first step. I think it's smart. Like I think it's smart for the players to hold out for as long as because I know they were ready to strike if they had to. So I'm glad that they like held out. I think it's a good first step. I don't think it's like the end all be all, but it's good that the players let them know that they were serious about getting a better deal for the entire league. And I'm glad because I feel like this sets the stage for every bargaining agreement going forward. Like now the owners in the league know that they're not gonna back off or stand down. They really thought they could bully them into just accepting whatever. So I appreciate that they didn't back it down because I was prepared for a lockout. I was prepared for a strike. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to prepare for a season with no women's basketball, which I would have been so sad about. But it's bigger than basketball. It's like how many times do we see like people not get paid, like women not get paid the same amount as men doing the same job. But yeah, no, I feel like it's a good step in the right direction for sure.
Well, that's good. And I agree with you. I think it is a good next step or first step in the right direction. And
Yeah.
yeah, of course, with everything that's going on as far as the women during the All-Star game saying "Pay us what you owe us," I think they present a great collective, unified front, especially with the stars, because usually the stars is where things kind of drift away with the chasm between the stars and the rest of the players in the league. But I
Mhm.
think, like you mentioned, they had a great standing united front, especially considering that like the vice president is one of the biggest stars with Nafisa Collier and
Yep.
Nneka
Mhm.
Ngumake, like she's no scrub as well, but they were
Mhm.
able to have a great collective behind one another to stand behind one another and kind of force the hand of
Yeah.
good old Kathy in the evil empire.
The evil empire. Yeah. Did you think they were gonna
Mhm.
get a deal done, or did you think it was gonna go to lockout?
I was in your shoes. I thought it was going to go to a lockout as well. Especially after considering everything that came out with Fee and her exit
I
interview and
know.
all the stuff that Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was said. I thought that I didn't think that there was any room on either end to budge, but I'm glad that they did. At, in the literally in the midnight hours, were able to draft up a contract
Yeah.
and draft up an agreement with one another. So.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad that they got something figured out.
Mhm. So
Cause
you talk
I,
you
huh?
well, you were saying you're glad that there's a place for these young ladies to go. Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about these young ladies as Trick Williams would say. Let's talk about it. So, who are some of the standouts? Of course, you obviously have on the UCLA side. You have Lauren Betts, as I
Yes.
mentioned
Lauren
before.
Betts. Mhm.
Yes, 6'7". You can't teach that.
Mhm.
On the opposite
Right.
side, you got Raven
Raven Johnson.
Johnson. You got
Mhm.
Tessa Johnson as well. So if it's either any of the names that I did mention, or if it's someone that I didn't mention, who do you think are some key players that need to stand out in order for their team to win tonight?
I mean, you said them both. I think Lauren Betts is like I've been watching her closely this for a while now. I think she's incredible, and I think like I don't know, South Carolina feels unstoppable. We'll see. I really,
Mm.
I think they have an evenly like balanced team. I think that's why they keep doing so well. But I'm not. I don't know. I was like really excited for this combination because I was like wasn't as excited for UConn, so I'm excited about this. I'm glad that UCLA is here and like showing up, and they're showing up hard. Like, and also just because I'm into like other stuff. Lauren and her sister were on Drag Race All Stars, and Lauren actually won the challenge. It was like a drag race makeover, and she
Mm.
actually won the challenge, and her drag name was the Goddess. It was so cute, and she got put in heels. She was the tallest. I think she was taller than RuPaul. She was so tall,
Wow.
so good. I love when they bring like women's sports together with like drag. Like it was just like it was a good vibe. Still one of my favorite episodes. But I've been a fan of Lauren. I've been following her career since then. I'm like, all right, this is dope. But yeah, I think I don't know.
Mm.
I'm not really rooting for either team. I'm just excited to watch some good basketball.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
What
Yeah,
about
I
you?
was not. I was not familiar with Lauren's game prior to the Final Four, but she's definitely
Really?
stepping up for her squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, like you mentioned, Raven Johnson, definitely keeping an eye on her. I think I mentioned we were kind of discussing it. I don't know if it was on air or not, but how she was kind of left off of ESPN's coverage of seniors to
Mhm.
watch during the tournament.
Mhm.
And pretty much in all the comments, everyone was like, "Where's Raven at? Where's Raven at?"
I know. Yeah.
But it seems as though Raven didn't have to, at least in the game against UConn, she didn't have to step up as much because everyone else supporting her, especially with that defense, were just able to shut AZ Fudd down and also deliver on the offensive end as well. So what do you think? I know you mentioned this not being the combination that you were expecting. What did you think about that performance with South Carolina against UConn?
I mean, UConn kind of just collapsed. I was kind of surprised, like, by what happened, because it was like, I mean, it was a highly anticipated match, but I was expecting them to put up more of a fight, but I don't think their heads were in the game. I don't know what happened. But I also have a kid, so I was like, wasn't paying attention as much as I wanted to. So maybe I missed something. I don't know. What about you?
Now with that, well, because I was kind of, again, I haven't much like you. I haven't been able to keep up with much of the season and the tournament as much as I've wanted to. But I was under the impression that South Carolina was rolling, but I also realized that UConn was pretty much undefeated for the most part this season, and so they were kind of storming down. So I was thinking that South Carolina was actually the favorite, when in actuality, like, UConn was the favorite, and they were pretty much pinned by other people already in the national championship game. So it was kind of cool to see that defense step up for South Carolina, and also, like I said, others step up when their star isn't performing up to what she's expected to. Everybody else being able to step up and take off some of the slack so that she doesn't have to carry the team by herself.
Right.
But it looks like UCLA, and you mentioned the team kind of falling flat. Most people would say that falls in line with the coach, and
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Instead of the coach trying to inspire the team, I guess he was motivated by something different. So I know we teased it earlier. The whole confrontation between Gino Auriemma, UConn's coach, and Dawn Staley, South Carolina's coach, whereas Gino said he was awaiting a handshake pregame.
Yeah.
And he was he was angry that he didn't get the handshake, and then there were a couple instances during the game where he felt South Carolina was being a little too physical to where the referees wasn't getting involved when they should have. There was a phantom rip of the jersey of one of the UConn players, in which Gino blamed which wasn't for but like you mentioned, it wasn't the case with that, but he had a lot of pettiness to spew at the end of the game towards Dawn Staley, and Dawn Staley didn't take too kindly of it. So, do you think Gino is too old? Oh, go ahead, go.
She's like, I will beat Gino's ass. I was like, oh my god, repeatedly. No, I think Gino. I think he thought, I don't know what was, like, she did shake his hand pregame. His player ripped her own jersey. He was just lying, and then he doubled down on it in the press conference. And I'm like, I don't know what his deal, maybe he went into the game hot for some reason, but, like, clearly the team didn't perform to his expectations, and he crashed out and blamed everyone else. Like, I don't know. That was just such a weird vibe. Like, and also, if someone doesn't shake your hand, you're not entitled to, like, okay, get over it. You need to be that mad about it? Like, damn, relax. There's something optics about it. There's something about it that just made me feel so uncomfortable.
Well, that's the thing, but oh yeah,
go ahead.
Definitely, and especially, and I think I heard people talking about this as well. Is like Gino, he can be allowed to kind of be belligerent like that, but Dawn Staley, especially considering just the gender politics behind it. Like she couldn't be allowed to act in
Right.
a certain way because especially and considering she's a black woman at that,
Exactly.
she couldn't be allowed. She wouldn't be given as much grace to act the same way. So
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that. But
Damn,
I
UCLA
was
is.
going to pose the question before it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was like, UCLA is
No,
going off right now. Sorry, what was your question?
they are. The defense stepping up and a big
Uh-huh.
three-pointer just hit. They're up 21-10 at the end of the first quarter.
That's crazy.
And
Also,
Davion said it in the chat. He said UCLA is starting off fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think I'm streaming on ESPN. I think it's like slower than yours. I didn't see the 3 until after you said something.
It's
fine.
Oh yeah.
The streaming's always slower than the actual television.
It really
But
is.
you were gonna ask something else, right? You were
Yeah,
gonna say something else about the Don Staley Gino situation.
Well, I was gonna say that is it the fact that Gino is too old to be as petty, or is it because he's old that he's petty, or he's been petty all along because he's had run-ins with Pat Summitt, legendary run-ins with Pat Summitt and with other coaches as well. So just did he need? I know you mentioned he probably ran hot to start off the game. Like, is he one of those people kind of like Jordan-esque where it's like and I took that personally, like just taking everything personally so that he can get that fire, like everything is bulletin board material?
I feel like he's not. I feel like pettiness knows no age. I think he just like for real, like got in his head about something and then just kept spiraling. Like the snowball just kept getting bigger and bigger. Like he was just snowballing. I'm like, bro, you need to relax. Like causing all that drama for what? And everything was caught on camera. So like you can't even lie about it. Like, I mean, he did lie about it, and everyone's like, you that's not true. Like, it's so bizarre. It was so bizarre. Very, very, very public crash out.
Yeah. I think the same standards should apply to come up here and say all this stuff about 25 years I've been in the game, 25 30 years I never had nobody that never shook my hand. Like, come on, bro. Like, so be weird. Professional. Like, you got to have it, especially and it was like if he was in the opposite position, that probably wouldn't have even mattered if his team was winning. But I think
exactly
him losing kind of like
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that kind of even elevated things even more and just made him even more salty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, of course, as always, Don Staley handled it in a classy manner. At least once she got to Holly Rowe, I saw a few F-bombs get dropped.
Yeah, I know.
Before then,
Holly Rowe's getting caught in the middle, like, oh shit.
But she was able to regain her composure and, of course, be classy about it in victory. So, shout out to both Don Staley and the Gino as he's heading back to Storrs, Connecticut. They're probably already there.
Yeah, I think they're back home.
All right. So 21-10 into the first quarter. Do you think UCLA can keep this pace going for another 3 quarters?
No, I don't think so. I think that it'll even out a bit. I think it'll even out a little bit later on. I don't think that they're going to keep this. I don't see how they could keep this energy up because they're starting off strong. But if they keep scoring like this, and like they might just end up putting South Carolina in a completely defensive position the entire game. They don't score more. I don't know. we'll see. They seem confused.
Mhm.
They got to get it together.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think this is where that veteran leadership is going to come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, yeah. Of course, there's at least on my feed, they're re-showing the
Yeah.
they're re-showing the heated debate between Gino and Dawn.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you mentioned you said you're watching on streaming, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm watching on streaming right now, which I think is a little bit behind the TV.
Yeah, I got an old school antenna. Not the bunny ears though. Like one of the new school, old school antennas. So they're keeping up with everything. Oh, well, South Carolina just got on the board. And I think it just heard someone join us. Oh, it's the man, the myth, the legend, future PR representative of Marina Mabry herself is Brother Steve Willie.
Yeah,
What's going on, Steve?
Hello.
Chicago. Yeah.
Moving to Toronto, learning how to cook.
Yeah.
My sister's a pastry chef, so
take all your warm clothes with you.
Right. And he's from. Aren't you in like England?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, wait, no, that's the other guy I'm mixing up
Yeah.
with.
That's Martin. Yeah.
Martin, yeah.
It's at Toronto's actually due east of where I live.
Oh wow, that's not far then. Head on up there.
No, I was out to brunch with my in-laws. What is the score?
I know, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're chipping away though. South Carolina's chipping away. Johnson just shot a free throw to complete a 3-point play, so they're trying to chip away at least.
And of course, we got to talk about Gino now, right?
We talked about it. Y'all can talk.
Yeah.
We can talk about it more.
Yeah, go ahead. As Vanessa just mentioned, he gave a legendary crash out, and with you being the PR representative of the Queen of Crash Outs, like what did you think of Gino going off purportedly for a handshake that either never was or that did happen and he forgot about? What do you think about that whole situation between him and Dawn?
Who would have known that you're supposed to shake hands 2 different times before the pregame? Because there is video of all of the coaches shaking hands, but like in his mind, you have to do it directly before the tip-off. I've never seen that before. The irony, of course, is that after he threw his fit like a toddler, he didn't bother shaking any of the South Carolina players' hands. So I don't know if the refs told him to go away or that. But my favorite was him complaining about someone ripping Sarah Strong's jersey when clear as day.
Yes,
she did it to her. She did it to herself and admitted it in the press conference, and he still threw down on it.
Yeah, it was weird that he was like just blatantly lying. I don't know.
Yeah. And was he blatantly lying? Was he just reacting? And
is he just old and don't remember? I don't
know. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he didn't see where it was actually torn. He just saw where she came over and it was a hole in her jersey and he got mad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been it. Oh, from top of the key. Put back. Another rebound. Ooh. South Carolina lucky on that possession.
A couple seconds behind.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Do you think he would have responded the same way had he won, Steve?
No. Well, that's a sad thing is that they won 54 games in a row and you lose 1. and we're like, you maybe he forgot how to lose. I never really liked UConn, and that's partially being a Big East fan and more so of Danny Hurley. So I just equate the women's team with Danny Hurley, and then I see their players coming out and their legacy, and I'm like, oh, I like all that. I like Fee, I like Paige, I like Rebecca Lobo, and so I'm like, oh, I need to maybe treat him a little. I like how he was talking to Hannah Hidalgo the other day, and then to see him just like, maybe Danny and Gino have been hanging out in the cafeteria a little too much. But yeah, if he would have doing it on screen, like in the middle of the game with the sideline reporter, and I don't know the information. You've been doing this for a while. Like, oh, they were tearing at her. No, man, they weren't. Just ask your player.
People are talking about Lauren.
They had a statement up.
Being sick.
Mm.
They're showing close-ups of her coughing into her towel. But I don't know. I assume she has the cold or the flu. Damn, this score is crazy.
Yeah, only
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just laughing.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, when I got home, they were.
Oh, you're good.
South Carolina was only shooting 17% in the field after the first quarter, and now they're up to a scorching 22%.
Yes, 22%, 6 of 27.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, at least they're 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So something, I guess. Yeah, 1 for 8 from 3-point range. So I think they got it. And UCLA, in contrast, is 3 for 5 from 3-point range. So I think that's making a bit of a difference. Total rebounds right now, UCLA is up 21-14. So I think that's that's why I was kind of surprised that they were able to get 3 rebounds on one possession, but still wasn't able to convert it. So,
not scoring.
But I think that is still making a difference with second point or second chance points. Oh, top of the key, Lauren Betts gets it to fall.
She what?
Mm-hmm. All right. So I mentioned it earlier with Vanessa, Steve. We were talking about a place for these young ladies to go once they complete their collegiate careers. And we were bringing up the contract, the CBA finally being finalized between the WNBA and the Players Association. So what do you think? I asked her this question. I'll bring it back to you as well. Do you think it's a first great step? Do you think that this is the best that'll get for them, or do you think that it's a bad deal? You mean it, Steve?
Steve.
Talk anymore. No, I think it's a first step. Really, the worst thing that could have happened would have been a lockout or a strike when they're finally starting to gain mainstream popularity and the athletes are getting known more than just Caitlin, more than just Angel. And it was getting scary for a bit, but the biggest thing, like, I'm always going to be pro player more than pro owner. Like, I don't feel for billionaires really that much. I mean, that's a scorching hot take right there. So, and you see, like, especially some of the players at the end of the bench, they might want to stop the UCLA offense. I mean, they're in a timeout. To see, like,
that's one way to do it.
Some of the athletes, like, on the end of the bench, like, not even making, retail money, having to, especially if you get traded, getting stuck with multiple rents. And there was no reason for them not to have revenue sharing. when every other sport does.
Yeah.
And then you see the kind of money
Definitely.
that the new teams are being bought for, or with Connecticut
Right.
going to Houston, and you're spending
Bullshit.
$500 million.
Yeah. The league getting involved in that was so heinous.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Mohegan Tribe should have been able to sell who they wanted, and they
Right.
it was just complete garbage.
And it's not like they were selling to some small market,
I know,
like,
Boston.
I don't know, Wichita for some reason came to mind. They were selling to Boston.
It's just crazy to me.
And which team was this? Was this Connecticut?
Yeah.
Oh, so the league got involved, and so they got them. The league got them to go to Houston.
Mhm.
Yeah, they pretty much had a deal with Boston. I think it was the Celtics owners themselves
Yeah.
to bring them there, and which makes sense too, because I mean, New England's all the same to me in terms of distance, everything. But it's not like Boston. Oh yeah, taking a hit of her inhaler, a cold or maybe asthma.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Not sure. Might be the
Yeah,
start. I'm sick because that's usually how a cold starts. Is your throat? You usually get a sore throat first. She might just be feeling sick. Good thing this shit's about to be over. She can rest.
She had a little go squeeze applesauce there. I saw that.
Yeah.
All right. So you're just talking about expansion teams, Brother Steve. We got a question from King Davion 320. He says, what cities do you think will get WNBA expansion teams next? So we got some teams going to Cleveland, Detroit, Houston now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about Cleveland because I don't know who Vanessa's going to root for.
I'm always going to be an Aces fan, but I'm very much going to be supporting Cleveland whenever we get our name and things. I'm very excited about that. Very excited about Cleveland getting a team. I'm excited to see what that team will look like.
I mean, you would think Boston has to be on the list just because of the size of the city.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for Boston to not have a team.
Right.
Well, hopefully to the pleasure of Sophie Cunningham, we could get a team to Miami, somewhere where, in her words, people want to go.
Yes.
Miami doesn't even support their own teams that are there anyway. They never sell out anything. Heat,
right. Even when the Heat were great, there would just be empty seats at the beginning of the games.
No, Miami is just not that. That's not their culture. They don't care about sports down there.
That's true. I don't think Sophie Cunningham knows that though.
Sophie Cunningham is an idiot.
She's kind of fallen from grace a little bit. She's not talked about that much.
No, because she's an idiot.
Yeah.
And people kind of figured out that her whole podcast was her name dropping her teammates, her much more famous teammates, just to get attention.
Right.
It's pretty obvious formula.
I didn't realize there was an alternative commentary for this and for the Final Four. And the Final Four was, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Ilona Maher, the rugby player and Dancing with the Stars contestant? Jess Sims, I know her from Peloton and college football. And then they had the Stud Buds on, but it looks like Chelsea Gray's on today.
Yeah, Chelsea is on today. Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know it was an alternative commentary. I wonder where you can find that. Maybe
I didn't know that either.
No, both of you had said at one point, and I believe Davion has mentioned this as well. What is this score? Because we're so used to South Carolina being the ones to kind of roll ahead and rumble ahead of the lead with the lead, but now they're down by double digits. So I know you mentioned earlier, Vanessa, you don't think UCLA can keep this pace.
I know. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
They might
they are.
be. I know. They're like, I feel like South Carolina, they threw South Carolina off their game, which is why they're coming back a little bit, but it looks like the Gamecocks are confused.
Mhm.
The UCLA just looks like they have so much more size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look like giants compared to the Cox. Usually I would root for the Gamecocks regardless because like I'm a big Asia fan. But I really like Lauren. I like the Bet sisters. I really like UCLA.
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of rooting for both.
Well, I'm all in for Don Staley at this point, especially after a couple days ago.
I know. I hope they at least put up a fight. They need to fight back. Damn.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll get it back. It
If
looks
they don't
like
come back after halftime with a different energy, then it's over. There's just no way.
I think they will. I think they're already starting to build on it. You see the defense is kind of getting a bit more rowdy and trying to get a bit more physical and get in there for some deflections and some steals. So I think that's a big thing they need to focus on is just like seeing the windows for the passes and being able to defend those a bit more, like they were able to do against UConn.
Well, looking at the box score, they're actually even up for the second quarter, 11-11.
Yeah.
So it's making up that deficit from the first quarter.
Mm.
And to show how much they're struggling, they're at 21 points right now, which is what UCLA had after the first quarter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For South Carolina, the national championship game, their first trip, 2017, defeated Mississippi State. Asia Wilson, the most outstanding player, then Aaliyah Boston.
There's Asia. Look at Asia, look, it's a little baby there.
South Carolina.
All right. Well, we were kind of talking about some of the future, or at least the current players going on from the college ranks to become the future within the WNBA. I'll kind of bring this up. I think with the rise of Angel Reese and of Caitlin Clark, within the collegiate ranks, you saw an increase in viewership, and even to now, you're seeing increases in viewership for women's collegiate basketball. But do you think that they might be falling into a thing where you don't have kind of like your big names are now all graduating out now with the Raven Johnsons and AZ Fuzz and Lauren Betts, Flage's. Like, you see, do you think that the women's college game is kind of losing those key stars to kind of make it a little bit more recognizable? And I'll pose that to you first, Vanessa.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, Audie Crooks is a big name. She's transferring. That's like hit the headlines. I think there's still some. The league grows, and Unrivaled knows this because they kind of picked a bunch of like up and comers and like college players that were like they want to sign for the next Unrivaled season, and they putting them at the forefront helps make them superstars. I still think that there's still some. I mean, each class, a lot leave, but I don't know. I think we still have some girls to watch in the league. I don't know. I think they make stars every season.
The one thing that they have going for it more than the men, and the men's game continues to grow, is that most of the stars for the men are one and done at this point. And you're now going for the team more so, where I feel like this might change with the the new CBA in place and the fact that you can get money from Unrivaled as well.
Mhm.
But there's going to be more money for some of these women to just stay in school with NIL. Like Hidalgo is already said she's coming back. So when you can see a person go through 3 or 4 years of college, plus I think the rules are different for women's basketball than men's basketball. I don't think you can go one and out. That might be a WNBA rule. I think there's something to do with age, which of course have the sports be different. So that way you can start following those athletes. Like, I mean, Caitlin Clark I started hearing of her as a junior.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing people as freshmen and sophomores coming up.
Yeah. I think interest doesn't, as long as people are watching, I don't think there'll be any lack of stars coming out because people just end up watching. And like the women's basketball fandom is different than the men's basketball fandom. And there's crossover, there's some overlap. Obviously, you guys are here, but like the base of the women's, like it's just like highly motivated young women, older women who are personally invested in these players and these teams and want them to succeed. And like girls that were just like, be on Tumblr or like making fan cams on TikTok are now into women's basketball. They're into sports because of how female friendly and queer friendly women's basketball is inherently. So there's a whole new generation and new audience that has tapped into women's basketball and they're not going to watch men's basketball because they're like, it's just a different type of league. Like it's the exact same sport. It's just a different vibe. So I think
when I've gone to the Sky game, it felt more a couple times. It felt more like a party. And I went to a Mystics game too when I was at a conference, and that felt a little bit more. It feels more family friendly. The prices are cheaper.
Yeah.
So you can get more people to come in. It feels like there's a little more access too.
Yeah.
The thing I think I told you guys, I know I told you guys that when UConn came to Marquette, where my daughter goes to school, we were trying to get tickets because my daughter does not like sports, and she literally lives like the stadium is on the same block as her dorm, and we're like we could go, you just have to cross this sidewalk and you're there. But the amount of Marquette is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so not exactly close to Connecticut. There were hundreds, I'm not joking, hundreds of UConn fans there. I'm sure some traveled, but it wasn't like spring break or anything like that. Those were local people who came down and they had their jerseys on, they had their FUD jerseys, they had their Page stuff on. It was wild. I mean, there is one of the players from UConn, Ali Zebo, I think her name is local for where I live. She's but she's like, I think she played like 3 minutes in the Final Four game. But it wasn't all the people come from down there. It was incredible.
Yeah. I was going to say, when I went to the Aces championship parade, it was so family friendly. I think I saw more lesbians and female couple, like more than I've ever seen anywhere, even at a gay pride parade. I swear to God. It was just it was such a good vibe. Like, and like everyone's friendly and they get along and like, yeah, like the prices are better. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's just more accessible to people. Hold on. I got to go let my kid in. I'll be right back.
No problem. All right. Well, you did mention a very good point, Steve, that you do have some returning stars like Hannah Hidalgo and Audie Crooks, as Vanessa mentioned, and specifically Davion is mentioning Sarah Strong, Madison Booker.
Is Swords from Michigan? Is she young too? I think Silas Swords, her name is.
From Michigan? Let me look. Let's see. You said Silas Swords?
Yeah, she's coming back. Michigan's got a good couple players. She was a sophomore.
Soares or Sword?
Yeah, she's a sophomore, and I don't know if Olivia Olson was. No, apparently there's an Olivia Olson singer. Who would have known? Yeah, Olivia, like Michigan has 2 people coming back. Are we going to skip over the fact that Vanessa implied that she locked her kid out of the house? She said, "I got to let my kid in."
Like,
Wait,
let
what?
my kid in. Like,
You could do that? Wow, 26% from the field for South Carolina in the first half.
yeah. Do you share the sentiment that Vanessa shares that South Carolina really needs to come out swinging in this third quarter in order to show some life? Or
Yeah,
do you
they need to
think
have a completely new game plan, and that's on Coach Staley to redirect because they are just getting dominated. And they got to.
Okay. Okay. All right. I gotta go. Sorry. I got a
Oh,
kid
that's
here.
okay.
She's mad.
My 18-year-old did the same thing a couple hours ago.
no worries. Don't worry.
She's wait, you're chilling? Mommy's on the front. Do you want to say hi?
Hey, what's up? We're watching basketball together and talking about it.
Basketball. You want to say hi? We're watching basketball. You want to watch basketball? She's had. Yeah, they're at their house.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
The Cavaliers.
Who?
Cavaliers.
All right. Usually it's the Cavaliers. That's like not.
That's
not
what.
I think I was like, is she saying the Cavaliers? She loves Asia. Usually it's Asia, but we'll see. She literally used to think that every person playing basketball was Asia, even like dudes. She was like, "That's Asia." I'm like, "That is a man."
What's mommy's?
That is Cooper Flag.
I know.
What's Elmo's today?
At least she mentioned the team from your hometown, so that's good.
Yeah, that's because she has she has an Elmo. All right, I gotta go. She has an Elmo Cavaliers, like an Elmo in a Cavaliers jersey and a Moondog, so she's like obsessed with. But I gotta go because this one won't let me talk, and I don't want to interrupt. So I'll come back on later if I can, but I'll try.
No problem. Appreciate you stopping by. If you come on, well, you're always
Happy
welcome.
Easter.
Okay, thank you. Say happy Easter.
Did you chase the Easter Bunny away?
Oh, did you chase the Easter Bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Vanessa. All right, maybe that's what it was. Maybe she was looking for Easter eggs, and that's why she was locked out the house. Oh man.
Yeah, getting back to what you're saying, it just seems like UCLA is just dominated. They're not able to even get a good look when they're going in the post.
And like we mentioned before, even with their best player kind of being compromised with illness, they're still making things happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how South Carolina bounces back in the second half. All right. So Vanessa mentioned Audie Crooks and her being now within the transfer portal. She's leaving Iowa State. So who do you think has the best chances of snagging Audie Crooks, who's pretty much become the best player in the country?
I mean, have you heard about I'm taking a sidetrack about all the stuff that's been going on at Iowa State with their women's programs?
No.
So they shut down their gymnastics team in the middle of the season, like completely got rid of it because like the coach just wasn't qualified and people were getting injured and they didn't even have enough people to field the meet and parents were all upset and something's going on there. And so there's like a lot of pressure on the athletic director. And then Audie Crooks was like at first the only one who was staying. I think they lost 9 players, the women's basketball team, to the transfer portal. And that's your entire team.
Yeah.
And I think Audie makes 10. She could go. And the big knock on her is that she can't play defense. I haven't seen much of her playing. It just did in the tournament. Wonder, but she's definitely. I could see her going to one of the big schools like UConn or even somewhere like Texas or it's going to be a top school.
Yeah, it's crazy that like she's from Iowa, so it's crazy that she's striking out fully on her own.
Yeah, will she go to Iowa? Yeah, 10 Cyclone players
Maybe
are entering the portal.
10. Wow, like you said, that's pretty much the whole team,
right?
Yeah, because you can only keep like what 12 to 15 on the roster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, USA Today is speculating. 3rd. Oh, they're just pure speculation. They have no information whatsoever.
So how did the coach get away with this?
Oh, okay. Like, yep, you got this up. Cool. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm shocked that they weren't sued. I mean, yeah, as it says, they kept their scholarships.
Mm.
Yeah, they couldn't. They never really said that. They talked about safety issues, and they couldn't field, even though they had enough athletes, they couldn't field a team for meets. They didn't have enough people.
So the coaching staff, including head coach Ashley Miles Greek, will not have their contracts renewed.
Well, I would hope so.
Me too.
You no longer have a team, but we'll keep you on board.
Women's gymnastics underwent a complete review in 2018 because of various issues. In 2023, the university hired a Minnesota-based law firm to do an independent evaluation. So they had issues going on with them that spanned over like years, leading to sweeping changes that included implementing a new coaching staff. When similar issues cropped up 3 years later, Iowa initially opted to cancel the remainder of the season because Pollard said, quote, the student athletes felt the conflicts were so problematic they could not continue. So the athletes were like, yeah, we can't keep going.
Right. Well, is Pollard, is he the athletic director? Does that say? Yeah.
Yes.
So if where you were said our inability of our department to give them a safe space pretty much to practice, a good experience. Well, isn't that on you, brother? Like, if you can't, our continued inability by our department to provide a positive experience is disappointing and very concerning, and you're the boss.
Exactly.
You are in charge. How do you still have a job? Now you have one of the leading players in the country for women's basketball leaving as well.
Yeah. Like he literally, even before that, he says what you just said. The student athlete experience is at the core of what our department takes great pride in. It's like, yeah. By our department to provide our women's gymnastics team members a positive experience. Yes. That is your job.
Well, they said they're going to, I mean, with Title IX, they have to add another sport then or take away a men's sport.
No, it said earlier in the article, it said that right now, it said the school will replace gymnastics with another women's sport that, quote, provides equal or additional participation opportunities. So I guess we could start spitballing as to what the new team would be.
Go back to field hockey, rugby, lacrosse. I don't know what they have out there.
Yeah. Is flag football going to be a thing?
Some schools are starting to have it.
Maybe. That'd be entertaining. But yeah, that's just disappointing. Like the middle of the school year, or in the middle of the season, rather.
Yeah. And it's all, I mean, the most that I saw was that the coach really wasn't well qualified, but everything else was these strange insinuations where it was like safety issues or, like the conflict that's on the screen now, the conflicts were so problematic. What does that mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's very vague.
very.
I'm sure there's a reason they're not saying exactly.
I'm gonna see if I can find maybe another article that may go into a little bit more detail. But yeah, that is very strange. And like you said, now they're losing the biggest athlete, both in men's and women's sports. They're losing her. So that's crazy. Mhm. These commercials.
Yeah, so many commercials. Halftime seems longer. Everything seems longer. Did you watch the men's games yesterday at all?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
I thought that I was gonna have to go to sleep by the time the second one started. They had like a concert. They had the strangest in between like table discussion with there were 7 people on the panel. You had Barkley, Clark Kellogg, I think Ernie Johnson was on there, Kenny Smith, Magic Johnson, and then they had Will Forte dressed up like James Naismith.
Oh yeah,
It was bizarre. It wasn't funny in the least. It lasted for over 10 minutes.
Because I think that was a bit that he was doing because they were doing like Capital One commercials where he was. So they brought that to live television, thinking that was going. Oh no! Yeah, and I love Will Forte.
Yeah, it was for a very long time.
Oh no! Oh. All right. Well, it looks like our fearless leader should be joining us in a bit. Yes, Brother Nate, if you're listening, yes, she was in for most of the first half, and then her offspring caused her to head on out a little bit early, but hopefully she'll be back in if you're listening, Brother Nate. All right. Speaking of enjoying family time with your offspring, I remember you putting in the chat, you just spending some lovely family time watching The Substance.
I walked in, my family watching The Substance. My daughter, and if I was just me and my daughter, I probably would have been okay with it. And like my wife, and there was like full frontal nudity going on. Like I don't know if you've seen this movie.
I've heard about it. I do want to check it out soon, but I've heard very good things. What I heard is the body horror aspect. And
yeah, we're talking like close up of pubic hair that takes up the whole screen.
Oh,
and then
no.
my then 8th grade, in between 8th grade and freshman son sitting there. I'm like, I can't do this. This is not. I'm pretty laid back about most stuff, but I'm like, no, we're good.
Well, with that, the second half of the national championship is underway.
Let's see if they actually make some huge adjustments here.
Let's see.
That's a big statistic. When Betts is on the floor, UCLA is 10 for 24 from the field, and South Carolina is 5 for 22.
And
I've been looking at some of the mock drafts because all this stuff is going to go real quick once this game is over.
Oh yeah,
She might go as like second or third. I even saw one person say first.
Well, who do you think if not Lauren Betts, and who do you think is going for? Well, Flaugier is probably out there.
Everything I see, there's like Fudd, there's
Yeah.
Betts, and then there's a woman from Spain who I can't recall her name that's been getting a lot of buzz.
Okay.
Let's see. I just picking up the first one. Awa Pham or Awa Pham. Oh, and people even saying that Olivia Miles has been moving up too.
Olivia Miles from TCU.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this particular mock draft I'm looking at has Lauren Betts going to your Mystics.
Oh, join up with another Spaniard.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
I haven't seen Flaugier like drop down a little bit.
What pick does Washington have?
Washington has number 4.
4. Okay. I think that would be a huge pick.
Mm-hmm.
For us.
One of her being 6'7" as well.
6'7".
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to do that, but like I said it, I'm like, no.
We can't. It's like I keep mentioning. No, you're fine. I keep mentioning her height. It's like we're gonna have to hit that joke one time, at least one time during the broadcast.
But to be able to, if your team can get a big like that down low, because some of these guards when they come up to it's why like in the NBA you can see guys like that kid from Purdue, Smith, I think his last name is, with all the assists. Like that's a future G League All-Star right there, because he just doesn't have the size to go up against these, LeBron sized people, like grown men who weigh 250. And it's the same with the W. You get real physical play, and Kalen's figuring that out quickly. Good Lord, they're just chucking it back and forth back to each other. Uh-oh.
There you go, get it.
A route might be on here.
Yeah. That defense, like you said, with Betts on the floor, and she was trailing the play. Oh, good steal, though. Yeah, UCLA is finding a way. I don't know. I think I was just looking at it. I think their leading scorer, Joyce Edwards, needs to get involved. She only has 2 points.
Right. That's their star.
Yeah.
Tessa Johnson is leading the way, and she is angry. She's getting people's faces and clapping like, let's go. Well, yeah, I mean, when you're the only one performing.
Another offensive rebound. And they get a foul on a drive. So she makes both of these free throws. UCLA will be up by 20.
I did not expect a blowout here.
Me either. Especially going in the way of UCLA.
Right.
All right. Misses the second one. So, and then some contact on the rebound.
And their scoring is spread out.
Yeah.
There's no one that's dominating. They have
Gabriella
6 players between 5 and 9 points. But Betts has 9. Betts has 9 rebounds already.
And again, I'll keep harping on this because it works so well. She's 6'7", and you can't teach that, Steve Willie.
No.
You can't teach that. Just getting in there, getting in the post, getting down and dirty. Oh, South Carolina had the line now. Oh,
I don't think they're a 3-point shooting team. I remember being surprised when they beat UConn that they had only taken a few 3-point shots, and right now they're only 1 for 8. And
yeah,
they can't get in the post with all that size. So you might have to start shooting them up. You better have someone amongst these 10 players that they're rotating in.
But that's the thing, Steve. They were 1 for 8 at the end of the first half, which means they haven't attempted a 3-pointer since.
And we're coming up on halfway.
So that's even more troubling. That's
Mm-hmm.
even more telling that they're not even going to try to shoot from downtown to try to get themselves back into it. Another offensive rebound.
Wow.
That's what's killing them.
Yeah, they only took 6 3-pointers against UConn.
Oh, in the bets. I'm sorry, you were saying?
They only shot
took
6 3-pointers against UConn the whole game.
That's the thing. It's like maybe you really need it. Good block. Fast break. Timeout call. They're down 22, their largest deficit this season.
This is crazy.
What does Dawn need to do to get their heads in the game? Does she need to pretend as though one of them got their jersey ripped? She needs to pretend that Corey Close didn't shake her hand?
She looks tired.
Like, what's going on? And like you mentioned, Joyce Edwards is the star. She has 2 points. Raven Johnson, she only scored 2 points against UConn. She only has 2 points right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, Tessa Johnson has been pretty much putting the load all on her shoulders, but she can't do it alone.
Yeah, Joyce Edwards averages 19.5 points a game.
All right. And now we're finally joined by our point guard, our locker room leader, Brother Nate Milton.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, what's going on, Steve Willie?
Not much. We're watching UCLA put a mollywhopping on these Gamecocks.
You know what, Steve? Speaking of mollywhopping, and I didn't want to do this. This is not my character. But I wanted to address a certain incident between me and a producer. He can't keep getting away with this, Steve. He knows before every show we shake hands. And I waited 5 minutes before the show, and this producer didn't shake hands. And so, I think it's crap, Steve. I think it's crap, but I'm not going to let that overshadow the moment that we're in, Steve, because I'm an adult.
That's weird because we met at half court and hugged it out before the game started.
I just don't know. This kind of thing has to stop.
Yeah, I believe that. Now that producer has shaken hands with all the other co-hosts prior to the game.
He tried to rip my jersey, Steve. He ripped my jersey. It's enough is enough.
That was still like my favorite part of that whole thing was when he's complaining about her jersey being ripped, and then they immediately go to the video of her ripping her own jersey.
Yeah,
there was the producer of that, just like chef's kiss right there.
That was crazy, fellas.
Also, I like Sarah Strong, but what are you ripping your jersey for?
Yeah.
It was like a buzzer beater. You didn't get touched, and you just missed it bad. It happens. It's a buzzer beater. They're not easy. Are we really doing a Malcolm in the Middle sequel?
Yes, I saw that the other night. The Malcolm in the Middle reboot.
Yes.
That's how bad this economy is, Steve. Frankie Muniz is back on these streets.
Yeah, with pretty.
I thought he was like a car race
with all the original cast members.
Like even Bryan Cranston, like this man got Emmys.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the Scrub reboot too.
The Scrubs reboot isn't bad. It's
no,
not
I watched
bad.
the first episode. It kept the theme of the show. It really did.
Yeah. The interesting thing for that show, Steve, is like how much you're going to like the new cast.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be like whether this show succeeds or fails.
And how Donald Faison, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Like somehow froze himself cryogenically.
You know, we don't all age like Gino Auriemma, Steve Willie.
Zach Braff looking like Mr. Rogers. And
that's the thing though, too. Like Donald Faison, this man was playing a teenager for the better part of like 10, 15 years. Like in Clueless when he was in his 20s and was the Remember the Titans, which I momentarily forgot about the Titans. He played a teenager. It's like this brother, I think he could play a teenager now.
Yeah, probably. I was just gonna say that.
So this is a interesting turn of events we got going on, fellas.
It's legitimately shocking.
It's crazy because we've had all of these good matchups seating wise on the women's side, Steve, but none of the games really have been close.
Right. And you know, with the women, especially the disparity between like maybe the top 16 teams and everyone else, and then the first two rounds are literally home games.
Yeah.
There's not there unless it's an 8-9, there's really not much competition. But you know, there have been some big blowouts. Even like this game is surprising. Even the Carolina UConn game that was still
great. Like I predicted. I actually bet. You know, gamble responsibly, kids. I actually bet on South Carolina and UCLA to make the final, so I hit on that parlay. But I didn't think they were going to blow them out like that, Steve. That to me was a surprising part.
2021 Women's Final Four will be in, as our pal Scott Criscola would say, Columbus, Ohio.
But again, as Sophie Cunningham
would say, who wants to go there?
Who wants to go to Columbus? Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth, Brother Nate. Who wants to go to Columbus?
Just don't talk about Memphis, Ray. We're not allowed to talk about Memphis this week.
No.
Memphis.
Or Milwaukee. He had Milwaukee in his mouth too.
Yes. Like, damn. Like, people have been talking bad about Memphis all year. LeBron says it on the golf course, and it's a national emergency, Steve.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith was so heartbroken by it that he had to make a comment about it.
Like, they don't just hop in the plane and leave after the game anyway.
Right.
Right. There's a young lady I follow on Instagram, Booker Squared. She was going in.
I think I saw that.
I understand because she's from Memphis. But I'm like, what do you care, Stephen A? You still staying in your bubble in New York. You ain't going nowhere.
As sad as it is to say, if you're in an argument and Stephen A. Smith is your primary ally, you might not necessarily be on the wrong side, Steve, but I don't know if you want those allies.
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't like
They
my
call it
teammates right
strange
now.
bedfellows. Strange bedfellow.
And they coexist. Has it been like this all game?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, I
wow.
came in the
Yeah.
beginning of the second quarter.
yeah.
And it's
They
crazy
they
because-
started off. UCLA started off fast.
Mhm.
They led by like 11 in the
It was close during the
in
second
the first
quarter.
quarter, and then they just been they've been all gas, no brakes. The
You know what I
steal from
mean?
Brother Jacob.
That's a wild stat. Gabriela Jaquez. I didn't realize she was Jamie Jaquez Jr.'s brother or her
Yes.
sister. Scored or assisted on 21 points.
Mm.
Hmm.
And it's crazy because one of South Carolina's biggest strengths is their defense. And they're just getting picked apart from the highlights that they've shown.
Yeah, they can't get a rebound. There's been so many offensive rebounds from the Bruins.
Uh-oh, did somebody join us?
All right. Well, we will welcome back. Yes.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna go ahead and welcome back Miss Vanessa Shaw.
Hey.
Hello.
See,
Let's hope I
now
don't
this
get
Steve
crashed.
Willie, this is a person, Steve Willie, I will shake their hand any day of the week, even if I gotta wait 3 minutes.
Hey, brother Nate, I miss
What's
you.
up, Ness? How
Even
you
though we
doing?
just saw each other a couple weeks ago. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm trying to multitask right now, watching basketball.
How's Niecy?
She is watching her favorite movie, Star Dog and Turbo Cat, which is a dog and a cat superhero movie. I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
It's on Tubi. She's obsessed.
Okay. So it's
Followed
to
by
be League of
Bride.
Super Pets.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it is like a knockoff League of Super Pets.
Instead of Kevin Hart, it's Drewski doing the voices.
Yeah, Kevin Jabrewski. Hey, shout out to Drewski. He is disrupting the GOP
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh wow, they can't get a shot.
He
This
ruffled
score,
some feathers,
this score is
didn't he?
crazy. Yeah, he did. I love it. And he dropped his and people were like saying like, "Oh, this is whiteface. It's bad." He dropped the fact that he's a white grandpa, so he can't be touched. He can do it. You almost got him, but you didn't.
Yeah, he did a skit where he was playing like a NASCAR fan dressed up in like white
Mhm.
makeup. And nobody said anything about that.
Nobody said anything about that, but when
Mhm.
it's, you know, they're
Oh, good,
conservative
good.
women.
Wow.
Back up to
They just
21
blowing
point
bunnies.
I know. I'm like shocked.
lead. Ooh.
What's going on in Don's daycare?
Yeah. And this is their last game together. So sad.
Crazy.
I will say though, if they do lose, at least I won't hate the other team. Because like if they lost to Gino in the finals, I'd be like, I don't like that. But I'm actually kind of
I know. I do. I really like UCLA, so I'm not.
yeah, like I like
mad
the
about
coach, the team. Like
Mhm.
it's crazy that they've never won a championship, despite
I
all the
know.
championships the men have won. Like they've never won one on the women's side.
I know. When I saw that, I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, really? That's shocking."
I like that the coach just reminds me of like an English or social studies teacher. It's just like in high school where the teacher is, we're just picking this up. She might be like a biology professor, and then
Mhm.
she's coaching in potential national champions at the same time.
Mhm.
Just grading papers on the sideline.
Hmm.
She's
And
she's
Gino
got,
can't
like,
even
the
remember
leather
if he shook
pants
someone's hand.
wearing for a superstition. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the leather pants.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, I
Not
didn't
looking
realize the
good.
significance of the leather pants before. Maybe that's why they're up by so much. Gino Oriema would never. Oh. Woo.
Now you might be looking Kiki Rice here, Nate. You might be looking at the
Uh-oh.
newest member of the Sky in a couple weeks.
mm.
Oh. Edwards went down. Looked like her
Kiki Rice would be a nice addition. I'm still stuck on Raven to the sky.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a guard, and there's a lot of good
It's got to be.
available.
They can't get by with Courtney Vandersloot if she ever comes back, and Haley Van Lith. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Sorry,
They had
HBL.
2 first-round draft picks this year. Haley Van Lith played only in garbage time, and the other one didn't even enter the continent.
Yeah.
And then Steve Willie earlier was looking at the mock draft, and guess who might get selected by my Mystics? None other than 6'7" herself, Lauren Betts.
Who do they have going number 1? Is it AZ?
I've seen AZ, and I've seen I think her name is Fam, last name, from Spain. I've seen the 2 of their names going back and forth.
That's what I was.
That's anywhere
about
from 1 to 4.
Last night was like Gino, all that carrying on. It's like, man, you ruined like AZ's last game.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Something going on with Turbo
jersey.
She's got to commentate on everything. Turbo Cat is basically Batman, and Moondog is basically Superman.
As close as they can get without copyrights.
Exactly. I was like, I know these caricatures. Oh, come on. I don't know what's going on with South Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm like shocked. I thought this would be an even game.
Did they lose all of their power defeating Connecticut?
Apparently.
And Steve, you brought this up before. South Carolina really doesn't shoot a lot of 3-pointers like that already. And so it's going to take a lot for them to get back in this.
Yeah, they only shot 6 3-pointers of the entire game versus UConn.
Damn. Is it insurmountable yet, Ray?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me I get to show it, Brother Nate. I didn't even think about it.
You gonna hit the insurmountable button?
I might hit the button. We'll see.
Wow.
Let's get to the fourth quarter first. Yeah.
Well, ESPN right now has 99.9% win probability for UCLA.
Damn, that's crazy.
This is almost as anticlimactic as the WNBA finals this year or last year.
And South Carolina 1 for 11 from 3. So they got 1 more than I do. And I was at brunch for the first quarter.
Dawn looking upset in her Balenciaga jacket. This is crazy.
She's like, ladies, after the game, we're going to shake their hands, and then I'm going to go find Gino, and I'm going to beat his ass.
Yeah, I think she should, just to let some steam out. She needs to beat his ass.
That was great. I didn't see that until this morning where they showed what I saw, like the lip reading of her beat his ass. That would have been great.
Multiple times. Like, they're like, Dawn, it's okay, girl. I'm going to beat his ass.
And then Raven Johnson comes over and gives her a high five.
I know, a high five. It was so cute.
And then I saw an interview this morning Coach Close from UCLA. Like, she was texting with Dawn, I guess, last night or this morning. And she was like, you ain't got to tell me now, girl, but eventually I need to know what went down. Because I guess her and Gino both were like mentors for Coach Close.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, like Dawn and Gino were like her mentors, and so she's like, "What's going on with y'all?"
Mom and Dad, please stay together, Mom and Dad.
Well, even the assistant from UConn, like, looked like she had no idea what Gino was doing.
Yeah.
She was trying to step in real quick between those two.
Yeah, she was just looking dumbfounded at him.
And then she
don't work with Gino on the Olympic team. It's like,
it was just straight up sore
the
loser.
assistant the head assistant, she hugged Dawn once the game was over.
I saw
she was
that,
like, girl, you know he crazy. You know how he get. I'll talk to him.
I'll give him his fiber.
Like, damn. Just when people were starting to like Gino again.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier on, Nate. I was like, I never really, I have this dislike of UConn, but I get stuck because it's because of Dan Hurley that I don't like him. And I just, that has went to the women's team. But then, you watch him, Nor, and you see like Paige, how well she does and how well she handles herself. And I'm like, okay. And oh, maybe this guy's actually pretty good. I saw him like hugging Hannah Hidalgo and being really sweet with her. And it's, oh no, no, he's one of them too.
All it takes is one bad day.
I don't know what it is about being a college coach and a pro coach too, but I feel like college coaches even more that you just are just a pile of garbage as a person.
Damn.
Went to the Nate Tibbetts School of Angry Yelling on the court.
Damn.
Shout out to Bosco's drag daughter.
As long as he's been in the league, as long as he's been in the league, you would think he would be more composed and you think he would be more professional.
No.
Yeah,
angry people don't grow up.
We've had a good run. We've won 54 games in a row. It got to come to an end at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is great.
Right.
He's like, I can't yell at my team. I got to yell at somebody though.
Right. Took it out on the wrong person.
Oh yeah. My mom, she texted me last night. Not last night. She texted me Saturday. And she was like, what happened with the game last night? I was like, what you talking about? She's like, all I saw in the news was the white man. She didn't even know Gino's name. She's like, the white coach got in Dawn's face, and she was like, She's like, I guess he picked the wrong one. I was like, yeah. It's like, I don't know what Gino was on. Dawn had time.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know Dawn in those interviews, she'll be like that uncommon favor, and she'll be like that. But you catch her before, her the wrong way before the interview, she gonna have a.
Dawn one of them cussing Christians. She'll pray for forgiveness later.
Right. Auntie don't play.
But she from Philly, right?
Yeah, she originally from Philly.
Yeah.
30
points.
You don't mess with nobody.
30 point deficit is crazy. This is crazy.
This is like deja vu, Vanessa, because I feel like one of those games in the WNBA finals was like just like this, and then we were like, is it insurmountable? Yep. And then the other team made a run, but they couldn't quite. What was it? Who was it? My man got kicked out of the game, Ray? The coach.
Yeah. It was Phoenix, right?
Yeah, it was Nick Tibbetts.
Yes, Tibbs got kicked out of the game, and then they started playing good, but then they still lost. But it was like maybe Dawn need to get kicked out the game to inspire her team.
You need to be quiet. Chill.
I think it was game 2 or game 1.
I think
was it against?
It was either the first game or the second game.
Was it against the Aces?
Yeah, this past finals.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, he's crashing out. I remember that.
Finals,
Damn.
All right.
They just missing.
Well.
I mean, I did say that if they didn't come back after halftime, like on fire, they're not going to win this game, and now the deficit's even worse. What's that?
No. You brought it back to my remembrance, and an ongoing inside joke that I didn't realize would still be going. But yes, you can plug this in as 2 ways. Insurmountable lock of the day.
Woo.
There's no way UCLA ain't winning now.
the insurmountable lock of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thought we
Damn.
was sitting on Dawn Staley and them girls?
Crazy.
I'm sorry.
UCLA
I'm sorry,
had more
Auntie.
points in that quarter than USC did the entire first half.
Mhm.
They've had a
Damn.
good run though. These last 5 years.
That's true.
They
Can't
won
fault that.
2. They went to like what? 4. They went to 5 Final Fours. They went to 3 title games, and they won. No, they've been to 4 title games, and they won 2 and they lost 2.
Mhm.
That was actually South Carolina's worst quarter yet.
Mm. Yeah.
Whew. Looking rough. We done ran out of stuff to talk about.
Oh, somebody told me. So here's a conspiracy theory. So I was watching somebody today at work because we was at work for some reason on an Easter Sunday, and they were like, "I've got a wild theory. What if Gino did all this just to spark a rivalry? Because his greatest times was when he had Pat Summitt, and they were
Right.
these great rivals that fascinated the country." I'm like, I don't know, cuz.
I don't think he's
Pat-
that calculated.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Pat was a strong woman, but Pat won't from Philly. It's a different story going up against Dawn.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think we were talking about this last week when we were kind of discussing it. Or I think I was discussing with somebody. It's like up until that point, Gino and Dawn, there wasn't no real big rivalry. Like even though they're kind of like the 2 most well-known coaches in women's basketball right now. Of course, you got Tara down in Stanford, but like these 2, they're pretty much the 2 top coaches. But you didn't really see any beef between those 2. They've always been cordial, but not anymore, I guess. And I think Gino came out with a statement too.
Yeah, a statement where he didn't mention Dawn's name once.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Unless he apologized to her directly, I do not give a fuck what that man has to say.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
All right, well, I guess I will not look up the statement.
He was like, "I apologize to South Carolina and the staff."
I'll read it to myself.
You know, he went directly up to Dawn and got in her face. He couldn't be bothered to put it in his statement.
Yeah. It's like you weren't yelling at the staff. You were yelling at Dawn Staley.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Old man yelling at the wind.
Mm-hmm. I think part of it too is not just that they lost. I think that's the biggest part of it. That I think somewhere deep down, Gino kind of feels a bit threatened because now Dawn is in the position Gino was back when Gino was playing up against Pat. When Gino was the up and comer that was like getting these good recruits and winning these titles and getting the national media. And now he's in like the Pat Summitt spot where he's like, everybody know Gino for like the last 25, 30 years. We know Gino. But it's like, oh, you ain't the only one no more, Gino.
That's true. That's true. The shine, he got to share some of the spotlight now. Maybe
he was like Dave Chappelle at the racial draft. Silencio, there's a white man talking. Gawa. Like, Gino, please. She does look like
UCL
a
coach.
Like
I was just gonna say that UCL. She does look like a social studies teacher. She looks like home ec or like arts, like teaching like how to sew or something.
Yes.
Is she breaking down?
Or a librarian. Aw. It's huge. It's huge for them.
Yeah. I can't believe UCLA has never won a women's basketball championship. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. I think they showed that they had they won a college championship before NCAA actually started sanctioning women's basketball, and ironically, they beat my Maryland women's Terrapins. I think late 70s.
I saw something about her the other day on
They're doing the
ESPN where she
AI.
was like, John Wooden's daughters have like written her this season, like not daughters, but like granddaughters. And like granddad would be so proud of what you're doing with this program and you're upholding the tradition and all this stuff. Now, that's cool. I didn't know John Wooden's offspring was still on these streets.
Mhm.
Apparently, all the points have been scored by seniors for UCLA.
Yeah,
What?
I saw that.
All the points have been scored by seniors.
All UCLA.
Oh,
Yeah.
That isn't okay. That's probably
crazy.
that's crazy. I don't know if they'll be able to repeat this performance next year.
Ain't hit nothing.
Oh, pickpocket. There goes. She's still playing hard. Jackass. Oof. That pass.
This is crazy.
Yeah, they could probably sit Lauren Betts the rest of the game if she's sick.
Yeah, you could tell she's
Yeah.
sick. I don't know. And she's about getting everybody sick.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting your ass whooped in the game and then wake up with a fucking cold the next morning? I'd be
Or COVID.
I'd
Oh,
be
she just
so
screwed in his
mad.
pants.
Huh?
She just
Well, at
screwed in
least the
his pants.
season over though.
Yeah, that's true. But if you get drafted and you're playing in like 2 weeks.
I was gonna say the draft is like next week. Like
I know. I was like, there ain't no rest for these women.
That'd be all right in about 4 days. They could quarantine for like 4 days and then
damn.
Yeah, at this point, you almost just want to pull them just so they don't get injured.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that's what I was thinking. Start at least South Carolina start pulling them.
Yeah,
I mean,
if UCLA is all seniors and Betts and Rice for sure are going very high in the draft.
Yeah.
mhm.
When is the draft? I know free agency starts tomorrow.
The 13th.
Yeah, so yeah, a week from now. They gotta go get their dresses.
Oh my God, am I gonna be able to watch the draft?
That is
I
true.
don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch the draft.
I'm giving
Okay,
your
it's on
Sky
Monday.
one more year, Steve Willie.
Oh,
If they don't get it right this year, I'm going back to the dream, Steve. If y'all don't get Angel some help.
man.
Mhm. All I'm saying, Nate, is that once we do draft Lauren Betts, you better keep that seat that on that dream bandwagon warm for yourself. You are not allowed. You're not allowed to jump on the Mystic band.
That's all right, because you know what, Ray? I don't need the Mystics. I'm gonna go be a Houston Comets fan because they won. We back.
We back.
It's terrible though what they
Are
did
they going to
to
be named
the
the
Suns.
Comets too?
I think so.
Yeah,
Mm.
there should be a team in New England though. It's like why are we doing this?
Right.
Even though it is a like organization that doesn't have the best facilities and stuff like that, it's like you're moving to Boston or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston should have a team. We were just talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
But
Sophie
Cleveland
Cunningham will want to
does.
play in Boston.
I guess we'll go back to.
I think she's right where
We'll
she
go
belongs.
back to that question, Nate. So she was.
Is she a free agent?
And I think her fan base enjoys it. Then.
Yeah.
Is she Sophie?
She's a good
she
basketball
free
player.
agent? Let me see.
She's not even good.
And she was hurt like half the season last year.
Yeah.
I know. That don't matter to some fans
Yeah.
who just
Mm-hmm.
use.
I just like the way she plays all American ball.
I saw a clip once,
Okay.
just one. I saw her do one thing one time.
Mm. Oof. That beat them down.
Actually, if I jump on any bandwagon, Ray, 2026 might be the year for reconciliation. I might have to be a Toronto fan for Marina. We can mend fences.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a free agent fan this year. If the Sky don't do right,
That's crazy.
You were badgering
You gotta
that
add
woman.
teams. You don't just like
She left
subtract
Chicago.
teams. if Angel leaves,
if Angel leaves, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over,
yep.
Steve. I'm off the bandwagon.
Yeah, I would be too. Hey, they're actually going to get a practice
I
facility
would be
after this
too.
season.
shocking.
They're actually going to get a real practice facility.
Yeah, they do not have a practice facility.
Imagine how much better them girls would be if they could practice.
Right.
They just doing warm-ups and they playing good. Well, hopefully with the new CBA, things will be better for the players.
I hope so.
Yep.
It should be.
Like I know they didn't get
Yeah, that's
everything
what we
they
were all
want, but it's a good start.
Yeah. Now I'll pose this question that Vanessa mentioned earlier before Steve and Nate came on. Did you guys think that a deal would be struck by then, or did you guys think that it was going into a lockout? Because me and Vanessa thought that it was most likely heading towards a lockout.
I did too. I thought it was headed for a lockout just because the league, particularly Kathy, was like so dug in to their position.
That's what I said. Yeah.
And like I said, like if you look at the deal, like there is some stuff that is favorable to the league and the owners, but the players did get a lot in this deal. And then I think it's a 5-year deal, so they'll have another chance to re-up in 5 years and get even more. But I think raising the minimum is big. The only thing I didn't see in that I and maybe I missed it was I would have liked to have seen roster expansion.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So the Sky currently practice at the Sachs Recreation Center in Deerfield, Illinois. If you're not familiar with Chicago, that's like a faraway suburb.
Deerfield,
and
Illinois.
it's basically a YMCA.
Damn.
Yeah, I knew that. I was like, this is crazy. They have one of the biggest stars in the WNBA, and that's what they got going on. Which is
not
crazy.
even at a local high school or rec center.
Yeah, it's a rec center.
That's crazy.
Like they can't practice at DePaul or nothing like that.
Yeah, right. Hey,
they got to go to Deerfield.
Well,
it's a
ain't Marquette.
You can take your family. There's a splash pad.
I'll say Marquette too. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't they close by?
It's like 90 minutes. I mean, Deerfield's like a good 45 minutes away from where they play. I don't know why they just can't play at their stadium. It's not there's not much that goes on there.
Yeah, sounds like the Sky were just like somebody find a rec center within a 40-mile radius, and that's where we'll go.
Isn't there a university in Chicago?
Oh, there's a bunch. Yeah, DePaul, UIC is right down the road from where they play. There's
Northwestern Chicago.
There's a bunch of places that they can play.
I highly recommend you, me, and Tuscany. Gentlemen, go on a date with your girly girls and take her to see You, Me, and Tuscany, starring Halle Bailey and that dude from Bridgerton. Sorry, I just saw commercial.
The dude from Bridgerton.
And his
Renee.
I just got the commercial too.
That trailer.
Yeah, Renee Jean. That was actually really cute. I streamed it a little early. Because I'm writing a review for it, and it's actually really cute. I like rom-coms. I don't actually like rom-coms. I don't know why I said that. I don't like rom-coms, but I thought this was pretty funny, and I enjoy like that. There's more rom-coms with starring Black people. I think that's cute. And so that was cute. So take your girls on a date.
You weren't a fan of Trainwreck starring Akron's own LeBron James?
Oh Lord.
I try to avoid anything where basketball players act in it.
He wasn't
Or try to
bad,
act.
though.
But I did see Space Jam. I saw Space Jam 2 only because because it's Space Jam. So I was like, I have to watch Space Jam.
Space Jam 2 was wild. It's like
that was insane.
Why is Don Cheadle here? What is going on?
There were DC characters in it. I'm pretty sure like the Justice Leaguers. I cannot remember. It was like in it.
It was like the Gremlins were in there. Like
the
Game
WB properties. Wasn't it the little what was the little they're not mice. They lived in the tower. Dot and her two brothers.
Oh yeah, the Jacko Wacko
Animaniacs.
The Animaniacs, yes.
Yeah, that was a wild movie. Space Jam 2, The New Legacy.
Wild movie.
The Michael B. Jordan cameo.
Oh my God! Right? Because they were like, "Why didn't you?" They were like, "We needed Michael Jordan." I love that they made that joke. It's so funny. That his name is the gift that keeps on giving. Because of sinners, people are like, Michael. Is it Michael A. Jordan or Michael C. Jordan? And it's just funny. It's funny and hilarious.
Now they can re-release Space Jam starring Oscar winner Michael B. Jordan.
Exactly.
Space Jam
movie. Space Jam 2 with Oscar winner. Yeah. Yeah, because he's got an animated movie coming out on Netflix next month.
Okay.
And they were like, Oscar winner, Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, this is so funny to say in front of an animated movie. Yeah. My girl is going wild.
She's gotten so talkative.
She talks all the time. All the time. She never
remember when she didn't say a word.
No, she talks all the time. She's like, "What's your favorite color?" Literally, you know that Zoltar, the thing that tells your fortune, Zoltar.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's one at the container park yesterday. We went there and she was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "That's Zoltar." She's like, "What's his favorite color?" I'm like, "Yellow." She's like, "What's his dad's favorite color?" I'm like, "What are you? What?"
Zoltar Senior.
She just will ask most random stuff.
Damn.
This is crazy. I'm ahead now, I think.
I will say though, you know what? Even though they losing tonight, I have to thank Dawn Staley and South Carolina for beating Caitlin Clark in that one final. Because if Caitlin, I love Caitlin, man, she good people. But if she had won that final, her fans would have been even more insufferable.
Obnoxious than they are, yeah, because they're pretty insufferable. And we actually they were pretty quiet. They were quieter last season because she was.
They were.
And Unrivaled is peaceful because she doesn't play, and I hope she never plays Unrivaled for that literal reason.
Yes.
Because I don't mind her at all. I just her fans are insane.
She's all right.
I'm pretty convinced over half of the people don't even watch.
Yes, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
They're not even really fans of hers. They're fans of an idea that they can put on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like this base people who are like, we are good at basketball, actually. And it's like, okay, congratulations.
She's just a clean-cut all-American white basketball player. She's not colored or gay. She's a straight Christian basketball player, Steve Willie, hitting set shots like Jim Naismith taught us.
She plays the game the right way.
First one in the gym, last out.
Dog whistle. Plays the game.
She's got a high motor.
First one in the gym, last to leave.
The grinder.
She's like a coach on the floor, Steve Willie.
But sneakily athletic.
So
that's not even her game, though.
Yeah, definitely cerebral.
Yes. Like, she's not like this, like a supercomputer on the floor. Like, Caitlin's a dog. Like, she gets in people's faces.
Right.
She talks trash.
Mm-hmm. Did she have in terms of guards, the worst 3-point percentage?
Yeah, she went through a stretch where she wasn't hitting anything.
She was like 29% or something like that.
Yeah.
Shoot or shoot, Steve Willie. Shoot or shoot.
But I'm telling you though, Vanessa, let Caitlin keep hanging around with Angel and Uncle Niecy Paige. They're gonna see a whole new Caitlin.
She's on because they're all on the USA team, right?
Yeah, they look like they're enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, they look like they're getting along. It looks like everyone looks like they're having fun with each other. It's cute. I like it. Cameron Brink being like nervous to talk to Asia, adorable. I love it.
Yes. When she was doing the little game with all the players, and she's like, "Well, I don't know if to go up to her mother."
She like go. Like she's just a person. And she's like, "Wait, but that's the goat." I'm like, so cute.
You got Kelsey.
Like Bets is done for the game.
That's crazy. Bye, Goddess. We love you. This is Bosco's drag daughter. For those who watch RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars, she was when they pull the women's basketball players in. She and Bosco won that challenge. This is so fitting. Shout out to the Goddess. Her drag name is the Goddess, by the way.
Okay.
Because she was taller than the drag queens. You're okay. Yeah, she was like she's like 6'4", 6'7", something like that. In heels. She's like over 7 feet tall. She was taller than RuPaul, which is crazy because RuPaul's usually the tallest on her show.
Is big, yeah.
Literally, RuPaul is like 7 feet in heels.
Are we really pressing up 31 or down 31?
This is wild.
Yeah.
Fun fact: RuPaul played center at Weber State for 3 seasons.
Wow.
Wait, really?
That may or may not be true. I just may have made it up.
I was like, no, you can't do that to me because that sounded believable.
I was like, well, I think I was trying to figure out like what's the college that I can say that sounds the most believable. It's like got to be like Davidson, Weber State, like a D2 school.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that sounds real.
Creighton.
Rue has lived a long life. I would not be surprised if he had played basketball at one point.
It's crazy. Like if you think about it, like most people were first introduced to RuPaul with like the CoverGirl song, and that was like back in the day. And it's like RuPaul is still out here.
Created a whole franchise, an international franchise.
Yeah.
I love it.
Damn.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. I guess that this is crazy like 40 times, but this is crazy. Like I wasn't expecting this.
You know what? I don't like to agree with Ray Williams, Steve Willie, but I think this is insurmountable.
I think they pulled all their starters out.
Insurmountable.
King Davion agrees as well.
Dang.
Yeah. Shout out to King Davion. He's been here since before I got here.
If anybody could surmount it though, it would be Dawn Staley, Ray. If anybody could surmount this.
I know. I agree. Insurmountable is such a sports commentator ass word.
Yes. I'll never forget. Ray was like, what was it? They were in the NBA finals. The Pacers were down by 8, and Ray thought it was 18. He's like, it's insurmountable, Nate. I said, Ray, it's 4 shots. 3 if you're doing 3-pointers.
I swear I thought it was like a double digit.
Man, well, I'm happy for UCLA. Like I said, if South Carolina is gonna lose, at least it's to a team you can actually like.
Mm-hmm.
With a coach you can actually like.
I was gonna say, like you said, I'm glad that UConn is not a team I would have been happy to like. I love Paige, but I feel like she's done a lot of rehabbing of Gino's image, turning him into like a grandpa. Like everyone's grandpa. I'm like, I remember people saying not so much nice things about him.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Because like with the Page, with AZ, with Nika,
he's been
like
rebranded.
He's like, oh, Gino's gotten softer in his old age. He's cool, man. It's like,
I had a couple too many White Russians yesterday. Some of these stats from this game are crazy.
Man.
UCLA has more offensive rebounds than South Carolina has defensive rebounds.
Damn.
South Carolina shooting 8% from 3, only 1 3-pointer made.
Oh my God.
This whole
I'm gonna blame UConn for this too. I'm blaming Gino for this too. He threw him off their game. Even though UCLA really did
made it all about him.
Right.
He wants to take their win about him, then he can take their loss too.
Dawn wasn't even coaching the whole game. She's just sitting there. I'm gonna beat Geno's ass.
I know.
Who's he calling staff?
Well, y'all can keep hating on UConn. I'm just glad that Duke's not anywhere near this. And sorry for the stray, King Davion. But
Duke, like who hates Duke's women's basketball? Like that's a very niche level of hatred, Ray.
No, I just hate Duke altogether.
Like, I get the man. Like, they've got reason for you to hate
team.
them.
No, I blame
the
the men's
women ever won the tournament.
I
was like, I don't think the Duke women have ever won the tournament.
Well, they were in the Elite Eight, weren't they?
I know they had some runs in the like Sweet 16, Elite 8 back in like the 90s and 2000s, but they're nowhere near the level where the men's program is, where you just everybody hates their guts.
No, both the men and the women were in the Elite Eight this year, and they both lost.
Did they win though, Ray?
I
said, but did they win though, Ray?
That's why I'm happy that they didn't win.
I'm just trying to figure out why you hate the women so much, Ray. Why are you misogynist?
Damn.
And now King Davion, he take it. It seemed like y'all on the same path.
Yes, thank you, King Davion.
I am not disrespecting Coach Lawson.
Beautiful sister out here, man, trying to teach these young women about the game of basketball and life, Ray.
No, blame Coach K.
I bet you wanted Kim Mulkey to win, didn't you, Ray?
Please.
The Duke women working themselves off the streets, very lower, coming from poverty, going to Duke, one of the most pricey colleges in the world.
They made it out the mud, Steve Willie, out the mud.
Yeah, when I think about hard scrambling,
power forward is pre-med
backgrounds.
I got accepted into Duke.
First place I think of is Duke.
You said you got accepted into Duke, Steve?
Yeah, when I was in high school, and I went and visited there, and then the package came back, and I mean this was in the 90s, and I'm like, oh my god, it was like $40K back then. $40K like back then.
Damn.
For a year.
Aww. Dawn. Shout out to UCLA.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Congratulations, UCLA. Oh, look at that. That's a handshake, Gino. That's a handshake, brother.
Lauren crying because she still has to play another game and she's sick. Poor thing.
And it's good that they do it on Sunday because Coach has to go teach social studies tomorrow. Spring break's over.
Hey, shout out to Dawn's Daycare, man. They did their thing.
Lauren,
they really did. They did a good job.
Hey, I'm gonna miss Raven and Tessa, man.
Yeah.
Good kids.
Aww.
West Coast teams, like this, Vanessa, like they don't get as much love just because you guys are the only ones who see them most of the time. Like they only lost one game all season.
Yeah.
I know people weren't really considering them at all, I don't think. Sorry, I'm looking at the
appreciate you, Dawn.
Who's the girl who's not dressed to play? She looked like she a player, but I don't know if she a coach.
I see what you're saying, Ash. She's got like trees on.
With the tie?
Yes.
Yeah, she was doing like the little secret handshakes with them in the starting lineup.
She's the student teacher.
Wait, what?
She's
the student teacher / third string point guard. Like if you need me, I'm here, coach.
I still have some eligibility left.
I know, right? This whole outfit is just a tearaway outfit. I got my uniform underneath.
Is that a mom? Oh. See, this is a coach you can be happy for, man.
Yeah.
I for a second I was like, that's a really. I'm glad that her staff. She's an equal opportunity employer. I didn't realize they still hired staff of that age, but I didn't realize that was her mother.
That's the strength and conditioning coach.
That's
I
actually
was like, is
Gino.
that a coach?
That's Gino right there. He's just letting his hair down.
Gino.
He's not playing.
Stop! Second Big Ten team to win an NCAA. Okay, wait. Oh, is you?
Yes, UCLA is in the Big Ten now because
everyone's in the
of
Big Ten.
capitalism.
Everyone's in the Big Ten. It's either Big Ten or SEC at this point.
Oh yeah, what is it? Washington, Oregon, UCLA, and USC, right?
USC. Mhm.
Yeah, USC's
Yeah.
Big Ten.
Those
Oregon
are
is.
the West Coast Avengers, the West Coast Titans. We don't. They don't really count.
And there's only 2 teams in the Pac-12 right now.
Yep, and I think there's 18 in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
That's insane. That's so stupid. That's so
Yeah.
dumb. Whatever. We still got the core.
it's like Stanford
team.
being in the ACC. Like there is nothing Atlantic or coast about you, Stanford. And maybe the
Right.
coast part.
Right.
This coach,
All right,
is-
y'all. I'm gonna sign
she's
off because I got.
she's been crying
my
for
kid.
pretty much the entire fourth quarter.
Bye, Vanessa. We love you. Happy Easter.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks
Happy
again.
Easter. Love y'all. It was good hanging out with you. I'll see you
You as
maybe for the
well.
draft. Well, I don't think I can. No, I can't go for the draft because I have CinemaCon happening the same
But
day.
you'll be
But
seeing
I'll be
Vanessa
there.
soon here on the network with 'cause I think you and Brittany said you wanted to talk about something down the road.
Yeah, at the end of RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag
Yeah,
Race.
yeah.
I'm always gonna talk about Drag Race, but yeah, we're gonna. the end of the season's coming, so me and Bray will do something. But yeah, shout out to
Okay.
Nate and Ray for always producing and helping out. Thank you guys. Bye,
Nate and the
Steve.
staff.
Good to see you, Ness.
Nate and his staff.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
I would like to thank Nate and his staff for helping out. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
Vanessa. Love you.
Hi.
Bye.
Yeah, the senior
Dang.
scored every point for UCLA.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Wow.
And it wasn't even the big name.
Hmm.
It was Hakas,
Yep.
who's much better looking than her brother, who looks like a mutant.
Oh my goodness.
Where do we think she's gonna go?
I don't know. I mean, because Kiki and she's a mutant. He's a mutant.
Like, did he play college ball at UCLA or Xavier School for the Gifted?
Yeah.
He's a small forward, Ray. A small forward.
Let's see. Is CBS Sports and ESPN? I don't know if you saw this on the screen, Ray, that they also had Lauren Betts as number 4 in their mock draft.
To the Wizards?
To
the Mystics?
Yeah.
She could probably play for the Wizards at this point.
Yeah, she can start for the Wizards.
Okay, they have so Hawkins is good. They have her CBS has her going 12 to Connecticut.
Or Houston now?
And
Yeah.
Connecticut / Houston.
So when are they moving to Houston?
Holy
Is it
cow,
this
they got
season or
4
next season?
people.
It's got to be next season when they're moving.
Yeah, this is their last season in Connecticut.
Okay.
They're predicted to have 4 senior starters get drafted in the first round, and then their 5th
Oh,
in
wow.
the second round.
Okay. Where do they have Raven going?
6 to the tempo.
When did the Sky pick?
5.
5. And who do they have going to the Sky?
Kiki.
Okay,
It's going to be Kiki.
Either way.
Flauche's kind of dropped a bit. So everything I've seen for the Sky has been either Kiki, Raven, or Flauche.
Because the Sky have 2 first-round picks, right?
What's that?
The Sky have 2 first-rounders, right?
Didn't they get rid of one because they were dumb? Yeah, they got rid of one because they would have had the second pick.
Yeah, this might be my last year on the Sky bandwagon, Steve Willie.
And then they traded their second round picks, so no one would. Tempo and Portland wouldn't pick any of their players. Like,
Why would you do that? Yeah,
you got like Angel, Camilla, and like there's nobody else. You could
like you
let
trying to
everyone else
protect
go.
Haley Van Lith. Like, no offense to HBL, but she can go.
She's like 5'0", played 3 minutes a game last year.
Like, we really got to protect HBL. We'll give up our second round draft pick. Yeah, I don't know about this team, Steve.
Yeah.
It's been all downhill since they fired Teaspoon.
No, yep, that was it. That was shocking. Still shocking.
Yeah.
And why is she not got hired anywhere?
That's what
I
I
know
was
she was
just about
coaching
to
in
ask you.
Unrivaled.
Yeah, she was.
She
Yep.
was, but not in the W. Do you guys think that one of these newer teams are gonna pick her up?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely look to see, because we got what? We got Detroit, we've got Toronto. No, Toronto got Sandy, didn't they?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think Toronto hired Sandy Brondello, so that's a good pick.
Right. Yeah, she
pick up.
was a real fan. I remember saying she's a longtime coach.
Yep.
Oh, Sandy was the one that got fired by New York.
By
right?
New York, yeah. She was with the Liberty for a long time.
Yeah.
Portland, that's a good pickup for Toronto.
Cleveland?
You said
So
Cleveland?
we're gonna have a lot of signing
Cleveland
tomorrow.
or Portland?
I could see Teaspoon. She's not a Portland coach. It's either going to be like Cleveland or Detroit, I think.
Or Houston. Will they just kind of start everything over in Houston when they
meet? Houston should call up Cynthia Cooper, see what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Be the coach. Yeah, that doesn't look right. UCLA, second title in Big Ten history. That's the first thing I do, Steve. Like I don't play video games as much as I used to, but I did buy the EA Sports College Football, and I just realigned everything the way it's supposed to be without all this damn TV money. like Cal, if you don't get out of the ACC and get back to the Pac-12 where you belong, take Stanford with you.
Right. That's the thing. Like my Terps are in the Big Ten. I'm like
that. Yeah, I put Maryland back in the ACC where they supposed to be.
That is true.
Rutgers, Rutgers. Why are you in the Big Ten? Get out of here.
Yeah.
I take
Northwestern out of the Big Ten. They don't belong there either.
I could reasonably renew my hatred for Duke. Right now it's not. Right now it's irrational because they were not in the same conference. I still hate them.
You know who Coach Close kind of reminds me of a little bit?
Your social studies teacher?
So besides my social studies teacher, she kind of reminds me of I can't remember her name, but the lady that plays Eddie on Absolutely Fabulous. Like, have you seen pictures of her recently?
No, wow, that's a deep cut.
That is.
That was on like Comedy Central.
Yes,
reruns.
Comedy Central used to play that all the time.
Yeah, like in the weekday afternoons.
Yeah, Coach Corey Close looks like Edwina from Absolutely Fabulous if Edwina was aged up. Ray's like, I've never seen any of these shows.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Absolutely Fabulous. Okay, I'm looking it up on IMDb.
It's an English comedy show with two.
Yes. I don't know why, like probably because it was cheap to buy. Like Comedy Central just played it all the time though.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. It was like Saturday Night Live reruns and Absolutely Fabulous.
Then eventually like Strangers with Candy.
Yeah.
Jennifer Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, Jennifer Saunders, like current day Jennifer Saunders looks like Coach Close from USC or UCLA.
All right, guys, so I'm going to go help make dinner.
All right, Steve. Glad to see you again, Steve Willie. It's been a while.
It has been.
All it took was Don Staley to get Steve Willie out of retirement.
we'll make it more regular. We got my son starting high school baseball this week.
Okay.
Made the freshman team. Going to be a shortstop and center.
Nice.
Dad, I'm not pitching ever again, he said. All right.
I hope it goes well for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Skiing season is over. He became a big skier this year.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice. That's an expensive. He just came back from Colorado.
So you need Duke money for that, Steve.
We're very blessed in that one of my wife's best friends, after she got divorced, moved out to Colorado and is working at like Breckenridge. So they just went out there for the week. It cost $250 to get in each day. And she was able to get him in 250. So he went 3 days. That's $750.
Wow.
All right.
You should have been Steve. You should have been like, look, kid, you live in Chicago. There's snow outside. Like you can just go up and down these hills.
Yeah, we got like a little mountain about an hour away. So he went there like 20 times this year. All right, guys, it's been real. Oh, we got more back-to-back championship games.
Are USC imposters?
I don't think they're imposters. Like you've been to what? 5 straight Final Fours. You've been to 4 of the last 5 championship games. You won 2, you lost 2. No, they're not imposters. They just ran into a good team tonight.
Yeah. Especially like they mentioned before, all seniors too on the UCLA, so they're all experienced players.
It will be interesting though to see South Carolina going forward now, because this is kind of the first time since they've really gone on this run where Dawn's going to have a whole new team next year.
Yeah.
So is it recruiting? Is it NIL? Is it transfers? Is it a little bit of everything? So we'll see.
It's a little of everything. Especially once Audie
because the one transfer they got this year is like she was really pivotal in their tournament run, particularly that UConn game. So does she find another diamond in the rough out there? We'll see.
I think so.
Don't count Dawn out.
I think we mentioned it in the first half of the live watch. Audie Crooks is in the transfer portal, dog.
The entire team.
Yeah.
Well, where do you think she's gonna go, Steve?
We ain't gonna take. I don't think Iowa State is going to magically turn into all South Carolina. I think they
now if Audie Crooks is a wrestling fan, to me, Steve Willie, she needs to go to Iowa and just turn heel. Just go full Pat McAfee from SmackDown this week.
Oh Lord, don't get me started on that.
Sorry. All right, guys, you guys take care. It's been real. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you, Steve. Always a pleasure to have you, man.
All right, later.
Thank you. Later. All right.
They're watching basketball with Audie Crooks has joined the NWO. Like if you're tired of all this flippity-floppity basketball and you want to see real big-time basketball, come to Iowa. Like, I think Audie with South Carolina would be real interesting.
I think so too.
Because Dawn has always flourished when she's had a big, like whether it was Asia Wilson, obviously, or Aaliyah Boston or Camila Cardoza.
Yeah.
So if you plug an Audie Crooks in the Dawn system and then get some shooters and perimeter defenders around her, they could be something to deal with.
Yeah. Only thing will be, like I think Steve mentioned it when a little bit earlier, just having her get back on defense. And that's the only thing, like, I ain't never going to fat shame nobody.
No, and really it's not even about
it's just like the conditioning to get
that part, right? Because if you look at Camilla wasn't like a stick figure, but Camilla got her conditioning up and was able to play both ends of the floor. So if they could get Audie to a place where, you know, she doesn't have to lose like 50 pounds or whatever, Ray, but just get her conditioning up to the point where she can play both ends of the floor, I think Audie could work.
That's what I'm thinking. If she's committed enough to do that.
And I think if she decides to go to South Carolina, she's going to understand what the assignment is. Like if you go in to play for Dawn Staley, you go into this team that's got this recent championship history, you know what it is. No shade on Iowa State, but you know what it is. It's not Iowa State. You stepping up a level.
Exactly. Like, yeah, if you know you're going there, then that means you obviously want to get a title. And so you got to know the type of work you need to put in to get a title, as opposed to
like realistically, Ray, like UCLA aside, because I think UCLA has put themselves on the map now. But I think like if you're a transfer, there's 3 programs like people are probably looking at. Like now there are some other schools that are doing well, like Maryland, like Duke, like you said, Ray. But I think you're looking at Connecticut, obviously. You're looking at South Carolina, and you're looking at LSU.
Oh yeah.
And I think out of those three schools, you don't want, if you Audi, you ain't going to LSU because you know Kim Mulkey gonna do you dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Audi, if you don't stop, if you don't waddle to that side and play defense, girl, like, nah, we don't need that, coach. You could go to Connecticut, but I feel like if you go to Connecticut, it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
So to me, like South Carolina, like, yes, obviously that's a team that can compete for a title, but I think Audi gets to be more of a presence at Carolina than she would be at Connecticut. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
She gets to be
sense.
more of herself at Carolina.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Especially
I thought it was time, Ray. It ain't time yet. I said I thought it was almost time, Ray, but it ain't that time yet. That's when we gonna end this broadcast, Ray, when they hit the song.
What, one shining moment? Are
they
going
hit the jam yet?
I
don't even know whose version they're using these days.
So they do the one shining moment for the girls too?
I think they do. They got to, man. You can't not do one shining moment for the girls.
That is true. Equal opportunity. That is true. I mean, in Texas is pretty decent too. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting how the season shapes out for next year. Nigga, this ain't one shining moment. Yo, why does Lauren, to me, why? I don't know. Oh, and they just, but I pose this to whoever's listening. Does Lauren Best sound like TP from Unsupervised Podcast, or is it just me? Because I think Menifee, don't get me started with Pat. I know, right, Davion? That bum. Like, all of a sudden, now you want to be a bad guy? All right. All right, I don't know if Brother Nate coming back or not. He ain't even shake my hand. Y'all see that? He ain't even shake my hand. He got the nerve. But yeah, they ain't playing. They ain't playing doggone. They ain't playing one shining moment. That ain't right for the ladies. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Oh. All right. The season, I know, right, Davion? I know. Just like that, the season, and then, like they said, in about a week or so, it's going to be the WNBA draft. Just like that. But I'm going to go ahead and close it on out. Brother Nate left unexpectedly. I think he dropped off. Oh, there you go. There you go. See, I was just about to say, Brother Nate, you ain't even shake my hand. Look at you. Just leaving. He walked out the tunnel before the game was over.
I just want to apologize to the staff for my actions. I got a lot of respect for the staff and what the staff does, but some of this stuff has to change with the staff.
All right. So
I think, Ray, that was that one shining moment. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I mean, Yeah, I mean, I guess you got a female vocalist, but you gotta have her do One Shining Moment.
I ain't never even heard of that song that they played
either.
That was some WWE B pay-per-view level music right there.
I know. B pay-per-view.
It was like coming up in Payback, Cena versus Orton. Greatness in your life. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. Sing the damn Luther song.
Right.
At least play the Jennifer Hudson version.
Right.
What y'all doing, ESPN? Maybe the Final Four, maybe that song is contracted to CBS.
Ooh, that is a good point you make.
Maybe ESPN couldn't get the rights to the Luther song. You know what? See, what they should have did to kind of get around that is you just get Chanae, Drea, and the rest of them just to go to the desk. The ball is tipped, and there you are, running for your life. One shining moment. And then let Drea get the high note at the end, because I think Drea probably the only one that can hit it. But one shining moment. Because I don't care, Ray. I don't care how good or bad the game was. When they cut up that little package, you be like, damn, this was the greatest tournament I ever seen.
Exactly. Yeah, when they show all the clips there, they go to that montage. Oh yeah.
It could be the worst tournament we ever seen, Ray. Somebody you don't even like Xavier. Xavier win the championship game 25-15. They would cut it up with that little and Xavier 25 points has done it. They won the championship. One shining moment. Like damn, Ray, that was the best game I ever saw.
All right.
Let's run it back. But speaking of running back, Ray,
yes,
we gonna run it back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I know it's Monday. A lot of people still may be off though. I know schools are depending on where you are in the country, you may be on spring break or not. A lot of people aren't working Monday because it's Easter Monday. But we will be working tomorrow. Who we got winning the men's championship? Let's answer that before we get out of here. Who do you have, Ray?
Well, first off, who playing? Who done made it?
So who all gonna be there?
Who all gonna be there? Let's see,
Ray. Let me see what the spread is.
Out of the loop I've been on college basketball, man.
Let me see what the spread is on this one. Because South Carolina was a 1.5 point favorite, I think, tonight.
No,
And we see how that turned out.
Yeah, somebody won big.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Michigan and UConn.
All right. So the odds are here we go. Looks like Michigan is a slight. Michigan is Michigan is a clear favorite.
Really?
Yeah, so the Wolverines are a 3-point favorite, according to the latest line. So who do you got? UConn with Coach Hurley and them boys, or the Michigan Wolverines, Ray Williams?
I think I'm going to go with the safe pick, even though they're the underdogs. I'm going to go with UConn.
Okay. Second question, will Coach Hurley shake the Michigan coach's hand? You're like, we don't do that at UConn, cuz.
I think he's going to shake their hand. Whether he shakes the referee's hand is a different question.
I think because my pick was Arizona, so my bracket is busted. But I think I feel like UConn may end up being kind of the South Carolina for the men's side of the things, where they're always going to be in the mix, at least in this incarnation, where you can pencil them in for at least, at minimum, at worst, an Elite Eight performance, most likely a Final Four performance, and every other year or so, an appearance in the national championship game. I think like over the next 5 years, they'll probably win 1 or 2 more titles, right? But it's not going to be like this every year dynasty, much in the same way that we saw with South Carolina, where they're always in the mix and they'll win like every 2 or 3 years, but they're not going to be this dynasty that wins every single year. So I'm going to say this is going to be an off year. I'm going to go with Vegas. Shout out to Vanessa Shark, Mama Shark, do. And I'm going to go with the Michigan Wolverines, right?
Gotcha. Well, those are our picks for the men's national championship game tomorrow.
Then again, Ray picked South Carolina to win the women's game, so don't put your money down on Ray Williams.
Oh, all right. Hey, we all have bad picks every now and then. Shout out to UCLA Lady Bruins for bringing home the national title. Shout out. And it looks like Brother Nate is frozen again. Look like he's gonna drop off again too. Or is that on me? We'll see. I'm gonna just keep on talking so there's no dead air, unless it's either on my end. Yeah, he's still frozen. Let's go, Duke. See everyone next season. Oh, you're killing me, Davion. You're killing me. All right. Shout out even the Duke. Shout out to Coach Kara Lawson too. I love her. Don't listen. I just hate the Duke's men team, and that makes me hate everything around them and adjacent to them. But I love you, Coach Kara. All right. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and close us on out. I know Brother Nate, he was just about to mention what we're working on tomorrow, and that is Super Salad with OG Rachel, our host extraordinaire. We're going to be talking about I believe they're going to be wrapping up the talk about, I believe it's Wonder Man. Yeah, I'll do it since he's not here yet. And going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Second season of Daredevil Born Again, we're going to be discussing as well. Yeah, a lot of things going on in the superhero universes. It really makes you wonder, man. Okay, I got it out the way so that Brother Nate doesn't have to do it. Oh, he's back. I don't know if he heard me. Brother Nate, what's going on?
I'm always listening, Ray Williams. All right. We'll deal with this when your contract negotiations come back up, brother. But let's get out of here for the internet kick me off again.
Yes.
But as I was saying before, the internet kicked me through the barbershop window. Ray, we'll be back Monday at 6 o'clock for an all-new edition of Super Salad, hosted by the great OG Rachel from Chi-Town. Maybe she could get the Sky a new practice facility. But we'll be talking about Daredevil Born Again. Season 2 is out, and Rachel is a lawyer at the shoot job, so she's got thoughts about this man Matt Murdock in Hell's Kitchen. And then we'll also be talking about Ray's favorite show that he ain't never watched a minute of, Wonder Man. That's how they should introduce it next season. Like, don't even have no theme song, just Ben Kingsley, Wonder Ben Kingsley. Man. Like, damn, they went all out for this. Then when the show go to the credits at the end, it just be Yaya, Wonder Man. Like, damn, they save so much money on theme songs. But no, we gonna be back tomorrow, so it's gonna be a good time with Super Salad. Tune into that live. Make sure you subscribe here. I've seen the YouTube numbers slowly ticking up, Ray. So
Yes,
we
yes.
doing some things, man. We appreciate everybody that's been tuning in to these live shows each and every week. And then it's gonna be a big week, Ray. We are headed a big couple of weeks because we are on the road to WrestleMania. So we got Ring Theory coming up here in a little bit. We got Post Wrestling NWA podcast coming up here in a little bit. We got Kings of Sport coming up in a few weeks. So it's a lot going on here, Ray. It's a good time to talk about these things.
Indeed. Like you said, so many things happen within the span of even a week. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out as we're on the road. Yeah, I don't know if it's a clear road or if it's a bumpy road or if it's traffic. But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. So it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, and thank you, Ray, for the hard work that you do and for setting up this stream and your vicious, slanderous comments aside. We appreciate you, brother. Happy Easter, my friend.
Happy Easter to you as well, brother Nate. Appreciate you being able to join us even after coming off on assignment, aka at the shoot job. We appreciate you putting in the time and being able to join us today.
No problem, man. Hey, thank you to everybody that tuned in, whether you watched for the whole game or you just popped in and out. We appreciate you. Keep rocking with us. We got a lot coming down the road. So, for two-way Ray Williams, for the conscience, Steve Willie, for Mama Shark, Vanessa Shark, for the Dawn Staley and them girls at Dawn's Daycare in South Carolina, and for champion coach Corey Close and them UCLA Bruins. I am the Godfather, Nate Milton, and we will see you tomorrow for Super Salad. Y'all have a good night. Happy Easter. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Hit the music, Ray. I don't even know what music you got for this.
I just been using good old Faithful.
And don't act like you don't know what I mean, because every time it's our time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time.